Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge, etc. Your next promotion is not just a step up in your career, it's a step closer to your dreams, your respect, and your financial growth. The Bank Promotion Exams 2026 2027 are your golden opportunity, and I'm here to make sure you grab it with both hands. In this journey, we'll learn smart strategies, master important topics, and tackle questions just like the exam demands. Remember, success doesn't come to those who wait, it comes to those who prepare. So let's start today, prepare smartly, and make your promotion in 2026 to 2027 a reality. Welcome to part 11 of my Path to the Corner Office 2026 to 2027 series, where we break down real bank promotion exam questions and give you clear practical sample answers to help you climb the career ladder faster. The subject: Deposit Products, Miscellaneous Deposit. In a business transaction under double entry bookkeeping, the fundamental rule applied is option A: debit the giver, credit the receiver. Option B: debit the receiver, credit the giver. Option C: debit both parties equally. Option D: credit both parties equally. The answer is option B: debit the receiver, credit the giver. A small trader who maintains records only of cash received and cash paid without tracking debtors or creditors, the is said to follow option A: double entry system, B: accrual system, C: single entry system, D: mercantile system. The answer is option C: single entry system. When a customer deposits cash into his account, which of the following currently represents the twofold effect? Option A: cash account is the giver, customer's account is the receiver. Option B: cash account is the receiver, customer's account is the giver. Option C: both cash account and customer's account are receivers. Option D: both cash account and customer's accounts are givers. The answer is option B: cash account is the receiver and customer's account is the giver. When the total of the credit side of an account exceeds the total of the debit side, the difference is written on the debit side as option A: by balance brought down, option B: to balance carried down, option C: to balance brought down, option D: by balance carried down. The answer is option B: to balance carried down. In deposit ledgers such as current accounts, the convention is that option A: only credit balances are marked debit, option B: only debit balances are marked debit since all other balances are credit balances, option C: both debit and credit balances are marked credit, option D: neither debit nor credit balances require marking. The answer is option B: only debit balances are marked debit since all other balances are credit balances. Every transaction processed in Finacle goes through three sequential stages represented as option A: BEV, begin, enter, verify. Option B: EPV, enter, post, verify. Option C: ECP, enter, check, post. Option D: PEV, post, enter, verify. The answer is option B: EPV, enter, post, verify. In Finacle terminology, a branch is identified as a option A: CBS unit, B: SOL service outlet, C: DC node, D: branch ledger code. The answer is option B: SOL service outlet. The daily process of validating transactions before end of day carried out at individual branch level is termed option A: CSOLOP, option B: SOLVAL, option C: EOD REP, option D: MIS RPT. The answer is option B: SOLVAL. Process that closes SOL operations at the individual branch as well as the data center for the bank as a whole is called option A: SOLVAL, option B: BOD process, option C: CSOLOP, option D: EOD REP. The answer is option C: CSOLOP. Detailed end-of-day reports in Finacle can be viewed through option A MIS RPT only, option B EOD REP under the MIS RPT menu, option C SCW RPT, option D CSO LOP report screen. The answer is option B EOD REP under the MIS RPT menu. The module in HRMS through which employees can learn the overview of Finacle workflows is option A HRMS payroll, option B HRMS ELM, option C HRMS Star Shakti, option D HRMS CBS trainer. The answer is option B HRMS ELM. Which of the following is not one of the main books or records maintained under the accounts department in Finacle? Option A current account ledger, option B savings bank ledger, C cash transfer book, option D general ledger. The answer is option C cash transfer book. The cash transfer book is best described as a book that option A records inflow and outflow of funds between the bank and other banks. Option B records transfer of funds from one account to another within the bank with no outflow of funds from the bank. Option C records only cash receipts at the counter. Option D records only clearing checks received from other banks. The answer is option B records transfer of funds from one account to another within the bank with no outflow of funds from the bank. On the cash transfer book, the debit and credit sides are arranged as option A left hand side credit, right hand side debit. Option B left hand side debit, right hand side credit. Option C both sides record only debit vouchers. Option C both sides record only credit vouchers. The answer is option B left hand side debit, right hand side credit. Checks drawn by customers of other banks and sent out by the branch through the clearing house are known as option A inward clearing checks, option B outward clearing checks, option C transfer checks, option D contra checks. The answer is option B outward clearing checks. The general ledger balance report that summarizes the day-to-day total balances of each ledger type, avoiding the need to manually total individual ledgers, is referenced as option A EOD 009, option B BR40, option C SCW RPTA, option D MIS REP 101. The answer is option A EOD 009. In the general ledger, a ledger account showing a credit balance at the commencement of business will, at the end, reflect its new balance by option A adding the day's credit and subtracting the day's debits, option B subtracting the day's credits and adding the day's debits, option C adding both the day's credits and debits together, option D ignoring opening balance and using only closing transactions. The answer is option A adding the day's credits and subtracting the day's debits. All ledger accounts in the general ledger of branch showing credit balances represent option A assets, B liabilities, C contingent liabilities only, D contra entries only. The answer is option B liabilities. Which of the following is classified as an asset in the general ledger? Option A drafts payable account, option B guarantees issued account, option C cash credits with debit balance, option D sundry deposits account. The answer is option C cash credits with debit balance. The sundry deposits GL head contains only credit terms that are liabilities as defined under which provision? Option A Section 45 of the Banking Regulation Act 1949, option B Section 42(2) of the Reserve Bank of India Act 1934, option C Section 26 of the Banking Regulation Act 1949, option D Section 35A of the Banking Regulation Act 1949. The answer is option B Section 42(2) of the Reserve Bank of India Act 1934. Which of the following items would correctly be parked under sundry credits and not under sundry deposits? Option A, margin money held against a guarantee. Option B, unclaimed dividend and bonus payable to others. Option C, provision made for expenses. Option D, balances in dormant current accounts. The answer is option C, provision made for expenses. Amounts such as salary advances to staff for festivals or amounts paid to customers in fraud cases pending final adjustment are parked under which general ledger head? Option A, sundry deposits. Option B, sundry credits. Option C, suspense accounts, debits. Option D, contingency reserve. The answer is option C, suspense accounts, debits. An account or entry requiring the date of the original entry to be traced at the time of a subsequent matching credit or debit is termed as option A, non-pointing type NPT. Option B, pointing type PT. Option C, reconciled type RT. Option D, contra type CT. The answer is option B, pointing type PT. Non-pointing type NPT accounts with system reference OAB should ideally be option A, left open indefinitely or flexibility. Option B, closed in a phased manner since they do not give age-wise breakups of outstanding entries. Option C, converted compulsorily into pointing type accounts within 24 hours. Option D, reported to RBI on a monthly basis without any branch level action. The answer is option B, closed in a phased manner since they do not give age-wise breakup of outstanding entries. A branch manager has authority to debit and continue entries in GL suspense account for an initial period of option A, 15 days extendable to 30 days, option B, 30 days extendable to 60 days with zonal manager's approval, option C, 60 days and extendable to 90 days with zonal manager's approval, option D, 90 days extendable to 180 days with NBG GM's approval. The answer is option B, 30 days extendable to 60 days with zonal manager's approval. Beyond 60 days, further continuation of entries in the GL suspense account requires approval from option A, head office comptroller only, option B, FGMO GM with advice to HO respective functional department and GOD, option C, Reserve Bank of India, option D, statutory auditors. The answer is option B, FGMO GM with advice to HO respective functional department and GOD. A new account under the sundry deposits, sundry credits, or suspense accounts debits heads can be opened only by option A, the branch manager with zonal manager's approval, option B, HODCIT with a specific approval of the concerned functional department and countersigned by HOGOD, option C, any branch provided it is reported to head office within 7 days, option D, the designated manager at larger branches without further approval. The answer is option B, HODCIT with specific approval of the concerned functional department and countersigned by HOGOD. Excess cash found on the counters that is credited to the sundry deposits account should be transferred to the comptroller's department head office. Option A, immediately within 24 hours. Option B, immediately after 1 year from the date of receipt of such cash at the branch. Option C, after 6 months from the date of receipt. Option D, only at the end of the financial year. The answer is option B, after 1 year from the date of receipt of such cash at the branch. When the correct title of an account credited to sundry deposits, unknown depositors is later ascertain the letter of inquiry addressed to the presumed account holder is on option A, Form SB9, option B, Form CD89, option C, Form GEN 1111, option D, Form SUNDEP1. The answer is option B, Form CD89. Withdrawals from dormant accounts should be permitted only under the signatures of option A, any single authorized official, option B, two authorized officials, one of whom must be the branch manager or designated or senior manager, option C, three authorized officials including a zonal manager, option D, the customer along with one bank official. The answer is option B, two authorized officials, one of whom must be the branch manager or designated or senior manager. The general ledger account current deposit shows a credit balance smaller than the total credit balances actually owed to customers. The correct treatment is to option A, ignore the difference as immaterial. B, add the debit balances of overdraft accounts to the credit balance to arrive at the true liability of to customers. Option C, subtract the debit balances of overdraft accounts from the credit balance. Option D, transfer the difference to sundry credits. The answer is option B. Add the debit balances of overdraft accounts to the credit balance to arrive at the true liability to customers. The general ledger account cash credits reflects credit balances of cash credit accounts as option A assets since cash credit is a form of lending, option B liabilities since credit balances in these accounts are in the nature of deposits, option B contingent liabilities only, D contra entries with no balance sheet impact. The answer is option B liabilities since credit balances in these accounts are in the nature of deposits. A liability that has not yet arisen may arise on the happening of a certain future event is termed option A crystallized liability, B a contra liability, C a contingent liability, D a suspense liability. The answer is option C a contingent liability. When a bank issues a guarantee on behalf of customer, the contra voucher passed is option A debit guarantees issued, credit customers liability for guarantees issued. Option B debit customers liability for guarantees issued, credit guarantees issued. Option C debit customers account credit guarantees issued. Option D debit contingency reserve credit guarantees issued. The answer is option B debit customers liability for guarantees issued, credit guarantees issued. When inland documentary bills are received from customers for collection, the voucher entries passed are A. Debit liability for outward bills for collection, credit outward bills for collection. B. Debit outward bills for collection, credit liability for outward bills for collection. C. Debit customers account, C. Credit outward bills for collection. D. Debit inward bills for collection, credit outward bills for collection. The answer is option B. Debit outward bills for collection, credit liability for outward bills for collection. Thank you very much for your patience. Please like and share this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel.